What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the podcast. This is your host, leskuzzy and Nick215. What's up, brother? What you doing, my brother?
I'm vibing. Life is good. How you doing?
Life is good.
Life is good for sure, for sure.
Okay, I didn't hear
Oh, my mic just not working today.
you.
Interesting, interesting.
Yeah, bro. So as y'all see, but my life has been good. Got pissed off earlier this week, but we back. We back to we back to the regular schedule, man.
Yeah, good throw. Good throw. I'm out here, Peyton Manning.
So we back, guys. We recording this on a later date. So if this doesn't come out on a Friday, bear with us. We just recording on a Wednesday. Uh, but without further ado, y'all know what we are. What are we starting with? We starting with okay. Before we even start with the why people are here, let's start off with Ill Will versus Holla the Don. It finally released. If you haven't watched it on YouTube, go watch it now. Um, Before we do that, we gotta give a congratulations to Eazy and him and Holla. That battle hit 1 million views when I in like 4 days, 3 days.
That was quick.
But the battle is good. Okay,
That was a
the
quick
battle.
jump.
The battle is a. I want to say is a good. If you didn't rewatch it, uh, I can tell you after watching it for the third time, I have a debatable.
You got a
Reason why?
debatable?
Yes, the third. I have to debate it. So I gave after the first. I remember I said I rewatched like after the whole stream went down
Mm-hmm.
because we didn't watch it on stream, right?
Yeah.
Uh, I watched it like twice, and I said I edged him man in the first, but I didn't say it was clear, and I didn't watch it again because I was I just I'm not in like recently I've not been watching battles like that, right? So I rewatched it like when they were like I think they had 300 views when I watched it. So I gave him in the first clear after the third watch. Reason why there's some bars that I missed that he said from the get go, like where he said the it was like the two Jasons, Double H, that him and Holla hit two rings on his hand that say Double H. He had the quarter, the nickel. He's like him and come with one round. Oh, I got it, a full clip. He came with I get yeah. He kind of lied on that one. Uh, you know the he had like a lot of more different flows, and after rewatching the battle, it Eazy was good. He was like he was fighting back in the first, but I felt like it wasn't enough. The second, we all know what happened. The second, the booing, the mic issues, and everything. So, but Eazy left Earth, and that's where I said at near the end of the round, Bill Collector came because Eazy had like he's like, you say you beat Bill Collector for saying that he will rob your brother. Where were you? He was talking Showa. One thing I want to say, Showa never breaks character. I need somebody like Showa in my team, bro. I need somebody loyal like Showa. Showa was like literally doesn't break character. He was like, I fight for real. Like he didn't even smile, didn't crack a smile. Why Eazy was? He didn't even think the ball was fire. Uh, I gave Eazy the second clear. Now people are gonna say I'm a Hitman fan. I'm not a He-Man fan. Well, not really, but I'm not a huge He-Man fan. Vinny can tell you I'm not a huge He-Man fan. Uh, so when I watched the third time, I can tell you I had him in because he had the crowd was not on his side, but he said some bars. As I mentioned, I think I said it when we first recapped it when he said the one bar when he said people say him and only is known for performing. I am in lyrics. He's like I I never get mad at it because of my lawyer. I know my lawyer had a better pen than me, a better pen than me. Yeah, he was fired. He had the I lift the autos off. People laughed at him like the one is like I can do the I can wrap up or something that you can talk about. It's like what you know about your dad is betting 5,000 a game for you to score 40 points and you just scored 38 because you missed four free throws. It was to people they thought that was struggle talk. No, he was just showing like the pressure that he grew up on. I'm just saying. It was not struggle talk, but it was like pressure talk,
Mm.
right? I didn't because people was like, oh, he was trying to do struggle talk. I was like, no, because if he did struggle talk, he would talk about struggle. That was not a struggle. He was not talking struggle talk. Everything that he said was more about pressure talk. Like how he's like, what you know about counting a half? He's like counting a half a meal. You miscount. He's like you miscounted, so you have to count it again. It was like more of like he was just flexing most of the time, but it was fun. To me, it was a funny way of like what people in struggle talk really talk about. They're like, what you know about it was like a funny way. He was making fun of it. But he was more lyrical. I think after the first, he abandoned the performing part. He wanted to show he can rap with Easy, and I think that's the other part that people didn't like from the battle. He didn't perform like that. The only time the performance came, it was the show up, and people kind of booed. But to be honest, show up did walk up there and say, like when they said, oh, he's like you brought, he's like you gonna be don't be like the another Philly niggas like shh. He's like, oh my bad, it's not Philly. Then show up jumped in. He's like that's close enough, and looked both at Easy and Bill. People was like boo. I was like no. I like to be honest. Bill was kind of looked scared though. Bill looked scared when the show walked. I get like Bill looked scared. He didn't show it, but when Shaw walked up, he's like, "That's close enough," and looked at both of them. Bill kind of looked like, "Oh, don't knock me out again." But it was a good battle. Uh, and I say I'm gonna it's like rewatch value, not up there, not up there with other He-Man battles. But He-Man has done something that people haven't done yet, and I feel like that's why He-Man is kind of and but it also goes to the topic on our title. It looks like Easy. We said, did I mention that Easy signed with Remy Ma, right? We mentioned it last week, right?
I don't think so. All this happened in the same week that we was out, I believe.
Yeah. So if I
Yeah,
didn't mention it
it's
last week,
crazy.
Easy signed with Easy is under Remy Ma. Remy Ma is Easy's manager, so anything that happens with Easy's career from now on goes through Remy Ma. So Remy Ma controls Easy's booking, Easy's acting, Easy's battle rap, Easy's music. I don't know about music, but most Easy's acting and rapping. Uh, with that, now while we're talking about that, it looks like Easy and Yorel are no longer a thing. We might not see Easy on Yorel this year, and that's an L for Yorel L because Easy was someone that they made famous.
Yeah, they dropped the
Easy,
ball on that one. I don't know
Easy,
why, but
I
it wouldn't make sense for her to have him exclusive to Chrome. So I don't understand what's going on.
I don't think he's exclusive to Chrome, but I think is more. It was. I think it happened before he signed to Remy Ma. I think it happened when they were trying to get this battle with him and to happen.
I think because they didn't get the battle to Hitman, they started doing weird things, and now they're doing their URL thing where they're trying to
To sabotage.
stop battles and sabotage shit, and it doesn't look good every time they do this shit. I don't know why they keep doing it. It's not
Because
that serious. Let niggas battle on other platforms. Because it wasn't even
yeah,
that great of a battle. The second
it
and third
wasn't.
round, if you watch live, you couldn't even watch. So what are y'all mad about?
Yeah, I don't know. Because to be honest, uh, and I think that's why more the angle that that Heman took when he said that my lawyer has a better pen than me. It was more about the contract that kind of. I think Easy signed the contract with URL during the pandemic. I don't know how long what the contract was, right? But
He couldn't violate it. If he's really about to be managed by her, it's no way that he violated it.
no, I don't think he violated the
Because they
contract.
have too
That's
many legal terms. It's no, she couldn't be able to become his manager and
yeah,
some
I
type
don't
of
think he
exclusivity. But the way they're acting is like he's exclusive now. Like he doesn't have a caffeine page anymore, which is interesting.
he doesn't
Um,
have a caffeine.
no, they took his caffeine. That happened either today or the other day.
I did not.
Vitafly was streaming and he was like, "Yo, they took Easy caffeine down." I
Oh
was, it's like, what, bro?
wait, I didn't know that. I thought he had a caffeine. Hold on, let me go. Let me look at that real quick. That's gonna be weird if they took his caffeine for what? For what? What's the reason? No, they didn't take his caffeine. He has a caffeine. No, he still has his caffeine. It's just he hasn't. I don't think he hasn't uploaded in a while.
Nah, he went on stream. I think he streamed on YouTube or maybe Twitch or something like that. But he went on stream and said that he can no longer stream on caffeine. And then
Oh,
Vitafly went up and streamed after him and was like, "Bro, they just took his stream down. Look at
oh,
Vitafly page. He literally streamed that I think today.
oh! He did. It's written that no longer streaming on Twitch. Thank you for all your support. Support me on every other platform. Oh,
Yup,
he did.
yup. I don't
Yeah.
know what's going on.
I don't know
it's
what.
it's it's dumb. It's really dumb to me. Because they still have Geechee. I mean, URL is still the main hub of Geechee. So Geechee, unless y'all want Geechee to book him on the Riot, I think they still got Geechee versus Easy as one of their big battles this year. So I don't understand what they're doing here. Like it's this little petty movement thing is retarded. These contracts, it's all dumb. It's
I,
really dumb. Like it, because all of a sudden he had the biggest battle of his life, and now he's managed by Remy Ma, and then all of a sudden all his shit, the recording, or
I
tied
don't
to
know.
URL is just disappearing. It don't make sense. It don't make sense.
Did they even take him? I feel like they've kind of taken. Let's look on the app. They might, if they take him out of the app, bro. That's gonna be petty.
They can't. They can't. They can't take any of his battle because one, that's how
No,
they continue to make their money. But they can't, as far
no.
as like going ahead, possibly.
I know. I was just gonna say like on the rankings, maybe. You know.
Also, something happened, I think, between Remy and them, where they were trying to get the Hitman battle taken off of YouTube.
I know. I know because I remember when him and Easy signed when it was announced that they're battling on February 25th. I heard that the URL was trying to block the battle.
Yeah, like
I know
why?
for I remember that like the first week. I think it was the first time when the trailer finally came out. When the like when they were signing when they signed the contract, I heard that like early like January, like you know, Euro tried to block the battle, and that's when him and kind of went on a Twitter event saying that, and Easy kind of told him, nah, we good for the battle. I remember that. I think I talked about it on the stream. If I'm not if I didn't talk about it on the podcast, but I do remember you already. I didn't
Yeah,
know
they
they didn't.
that happened, but I don't think
I
I just
think
don't understand what their goal is. Cause are
I
you
don't know,
block the battle or you want the battle on your stuff, but they're saying no. It's like relax. Like I don't get
and
it.
I
It
and I
wasn't even
think
a good battle. Once you had the second and the third, you had mic issues and all kinds of complaining. Once the complaining come, I'd leave as a battle rap fan. So I don't know. I'm not watching the second and third round. I'm good. I don't have to rewatch. I'm good. I watched the first, the second. Easy got his stuff off. I think Easy won. I'm good because it was too much complaining. It was booing. It's disgusting. But y'all fighting over a battle that wasn't even. There wasn't three full rounds. It wasn't a good mic. It wasn't anything great. It's like y'all fighting over nothing. Like, what are you fighting over? Like, I don't get it.
uh yeah, but I was saying the other part of it, I think I don't know. I think their worst nightmare happened that Easy finally took his career into his own hands. Like I feel like maybe this is me. This is a speculation. This is what I don't know. Nothing. This is my speculation. I think the reason why they wanted to block the battle, right? Because who who's their biggest? Okay, who's the person who gives Yuri a hard time? Not even a hard time, but who's the most? How can I say? Who kind of makes you real antsy when he does stuff? Heyman is that one person that you real can't negotiate with on contracts because Heyman doesn't sign contracts. That's one thing Heyman will never do. I don't think Heyman will never sign a contract on a better league. He will bet on the league and will want some cut of it, but he will never sign a contract saying I'm stuck on this league for 2 years.
Yeah, I think that and that's what URL likes doing. That's what they've been
Yeah,
doing for the last couple years. But I
and I
think
think,
even if Easy did sign a contract that possibly took him out of that or something like that, is
but if he signed
it
a
don't do
contract,
much. I don't get it.
if he because that, and I think that's the other part. I think that's the other part that was gonna bring him in is like him and TRL is like A Ward not. It's like A Ward. A Ward said he will sign a contract, but you gotta guarantee the battles. That's what he said. Guarantee me the battles that you're not just say, oh, we're gonna you gotta work to this battle. No, just fully guarantee the battle is gonna happen. That's all he said.
And they
Right?
won't give him a
Him,
contract. It's something. Yeah,
yeah.
they doing way too much now.
And I feel like me personally, this is me. I think the worst nightmare happened because I think him and kind of, if you ever heard and him and Susef talk about battle rap, one thing Susef has told up and coming um, battle rappers, he said, "Don't take my way." He said, "Don't take the path I took." He's like, "I'm loyal to your will because it's me, it's my path." He's like, "If I'm gonna advise you, take the Heyman route. Bet on yourself," and that's what Heyman does. He bets on himself, and I think that's where him and your real clashes a lot, right? And that's why I feel like that's why the Geechee bet never happened, right?
Yeah,
Or maybe,
probably.
or maybe because they're waiting for a bigger card, like maybe the Drake card. But I feel like that worst nightmare happened. I think Easy took his battle rap career into his own hands, not letting URL like control him. So he took the car into his own hands, and what he did also, he had one of his biggest battles in a YouTube drop. So what Easy does now, what people haven't noticed is like Easy even said it. He's like, my focus is YouTube drops. He wants to be on the same status as Hitman, Sue Surf, Charlie Clips, Geechee, right? He wants to be, even though us as big, we are battle rap fans. watch better at me and you, right? So we kind of put him in that same category already. But for other casual fans who don't have the app, who haven't watched it, who don't watch Caffeine, so they have those people don't know Easy. I bet you some people who watch out of the million people who watched that whole battle, I think some of that was their first time hearing of Easy. Some of them do. Like probably
Possibly, because
100.
Chrome brings a different crowd. Everybody
Yeah,
brings a different crowd.
not even. I'm not talking about people in the crowd. I'm just talking the viewers on YouTube.
Yeah, yeah,
Like
because a lot of the
100.
YouTube viewers have no idea. Yeah, yeah, I get what you're
Yeah.
saying.
So for them, that's their first time hearing Easy. So what they do now is when they hear Easy, and they're gonna like Easy. When what happens? People, I want to say, to be honest, I understand why URL said they will never do drop YouTube drops no more, and I fully understand what they're going with it because they want technically they want they didn't get paid like that on YouTube for 10 years, right? So they want their money, their hard work money that they put in. They want it so that's why they use the app. But what they do when they do it on the when they drop it on the app is they're taking away from their stars that they make, right? For example, you got stars like Charlie Clips, One and Out, DNA, One and BET Awards, MTV, ESPN, K-Shine, the same thing. Arsenal, he's on the ciphers with Montana 300. He's on the movie. So surf industry respects him. The rap industry respects him. Him and Hala One and Out, Conceited One and Out, Sharon One and Out. Y'all forgetting those. If y'all notice, those people were all in the YouTube era, where YouTube was the only source of how they drop videos. So companies saw them. Nick Cannon probably saw him and it's like, I want him on the show. I want him. Conceited, Charlie Clips, BT, MTV, ESPN kind of saw DNA and like, okay, we can use him to promote the Super Bowl, the NFL playoffs. Yeah, wait, y'all see where I'm going. So for Easy, what Easy is doing is he wants to be in the same category and the same type of like fame. He wants to be that famous. He wants that respect, that famous, that to do other stuff. Like
Thank you.
yeah, for him and is talking about him
Why you pressing
make
it?
like he wants to be on the same type of him and like him and talking about money, and people say we don't want to hear that. He wants to be that type of dude having other businesses. So him wants the YouTube drops. I understand it. URL, I don't know what you're doing. I feel like y'all should have groomed Easy to the same point as Geechee. Make him the biggest star on your show. Like he would have been the biggest. He's undefeated so far in URL. Right? Like that's crazy. That man is undefeated on URL. So y'all dropping the ball and not letting him dropping the ball for him to go anywhere is crazy. And him, like the crazy part, he's literally saying to Tay-Rock, can we, he's like, let's do a battle or a chill league. He's not even claiming your as his league no more. That's how bad it is. So now you have three people, there are now three high level people who kind of anti-URL or with URL don't now clash. That's him, man, that's Eazy, and Able. I'm just saying, URL, it's much easier to agree with these three people because they give more fans to your company. They're gonna bring more revenue. It's just me. And while we were talking about Clone 23. Remy Ma just said Even though me and Vinique don't like this battle, we kind of said it, but Remy Ma kind of said this battle might happen on Com 23, and I feel like it's gonna happen on Com 23 because the call out happened on Com 23. A Ward versus Averb is there's a sponsor already and ready to put money up for this battle. I don't know how you feel about this. I don't care, to be honest, about this battle. We all know the outcome.
Verb, if you not gonna rap, bro, please sit down and relax. Please go act, go do something. I would like you not to go up there and die to that white man.
That white man is
Um,
dangerous.
he
That's
is
what
a
he
he is a
should be.
very dangerous white man. He's like the white chocolate, but like you remember white chocolate from the Kings, Sacramento Kings. He got the
Yeah,
elbow pass. He got everything. You
I
gotta relax. You gotta relax against him because he's different. He's different. I still think he's mid, but and
but he
sometimes he can have a high tier round. He can. I'm
but
not doubting that.
he
I just think
I think I think mainly because how can I say he needs to start. Even though I don't highly doubt he's gonna do this. Oh boy, he kind of say he's taking a break, right? He's taking time between battles now. Uh, I think that's gonna help him more with like high tier rounds. Like he needs to start. I understand the last 3 years or more so he took like so many battles, and I think that kind of diluted his rounds
mm,
because he was taking like 20 battles a year, 19, 18. So that, bro, that's a lot of battles in 1 year. I'm just saying. So by the time we, as some fans, we gotta get tired of hearing you. I go like, I get tired of hearing you sometimes. I don't even watch none of most of your battles. I watch the ones I like to win. I know you might come with a high tier round because your opponent might punch your head off. That's the ill will battle. That's the Vixen. Well, technically, Vixen battle was terrible. I
yeah,
just
that
knew
was
you
a
were gonna.
bad showing from her because
I knew you
hey,
were gonna beat her, but it was more of she her aggression kind of gave me a hope that you're gonna come with high tier rounds. And after like the BK loss, uh, but for that matter is that I feel like he needs to start probably taking notes from Loso and take 3 battles, 4 battles a year because
yeah,
y'all don't get Loso takes 3 or 4 battles a year, but every run that he gives might be high mid, sometimes top. Out of 2 or 3 runs, he might have like out of 3 runs, he might have 2 high mid, high lower top tier rounds. But he's that's because he we don't get tired of hearing it. That's that thing. Um, Now let's talk about this. It's not on the title, but Ill Will versus Hollow the Don. I finally watched it. I want to say, good battle. That's a great battle. Great back and forth. Uh, if y'all want to know who I had winning, I can tell you this. I don't know. I have no winner. I like both, and that's if Nick knows. I'm not a huge Hollow fan. I respect what he has done for the culture, but I'm not a huge Hollow fan. So that tells you like I said through Hollow the Don's rounds, and I actually liked all 3 rounds. When I listen to Hollows, I might like 2 rounds, and the third one, and out of 3 rounds, I might hate one because he just does weird stuff most of the time. But this one, he had crazy rounds. He had crazy good rounds, and that one thing, Hollow, nothing. I want to commend you. You didn't freestyle a lot. You didn't do a bunch of freestyle, so
nah,
I like that.
you can't freestyle against Will. You can't freestyle too much. Maybe a
Yeah.
rebuttal, maybe something like that. But
Nah, yeah. Like even
Will is not him, bro. He's not about to play with you.
yeah, like you can't just you put like random freestyles and random rebuttals. You gotta know that rebuttal's gonna hit because Will when he start off the round with the is this the is this top is God tier that whole angle of God tier, bro, he was walling. He was punching too. And that was then okay. The reason I can tell you who I had the first, but the second and third, bro, y'all gotta watch it and y'all tell us because I don't know who won the second and third. I want to say Hollow won the second, it won third, or it won the second, but it's debatable. Both the rounds are debatable, but if I can tell you who I like in each round, so Hollow, it went first. Did the God tier like the beginning? It was not like a angle the whole round. It was like the angle for like a quarter of his round. Like, is this God tier? Then address Hollow calling himself like God tier. Address the God tier things and blah blah blah. Uh, yeah. Then he went to the regular ill, the dangerous ill. Hollow second. Hollow started tried to rebuttal. The rebuttal was good, but was not the expected Hollow uh, standards for me. But I said it was a good rebuttal. He went into typical Hollow, wordplay, aggression, address ill. Uh, then you know I like in the first I like the Will more than Hollow, right? The second it will had like a short round. It was like one of that's his short round. I think he kind of dropped off from his first. He kind of dipped off, right? Uh, then Hollow picked up steam. Hollow started addressing Will. He had like some Will flips, some ill flips, uh, some Nash talking about that real ill Will from New York, blah blah. I had Hollow. I like Hollow the second. The third, this way the third. My personally, I like the angle that it would brought because it was a funny angle. Even though I forgot what Hollow said to Charlie Clips that was post worthy. I forgot. I don't remember. I didn't even go research that. But it would kind of brought it up. That was his angle. Uh, Hollow kind of dipped off, but it was a good run. So I gave both those two runs. The last two runs were debatable. Well, I said Hollow won the second. The third is debatable. So it's 1-1 going to the third. Whoever you had in the third, that's who won the battle. Uh, what do I expect from this battle? Do I expect it will to get big names? It will get big names already. I don't know what's next for Hollow. It will. I think he has Mook next. If it's not Mook, is Hitman.
I don't think Mook will ever battle Ill Will. And didn't Ill Will already? No, Ill Will did not battle Hitman. That was
No.
Calico. That was Calico.
Yeah. So it will might have Hitman next on RBE.
I don't
And
know. Either way, Ill Will's still gonna do his thing. I don't think he's chasing a specific battle.
no, I'm not. I'm not saying he's chasing a specific bat. I'm just saying from what. Okay, the rumors, right? The rumors that's going around
Yeah.
is uh RBE has this. There's a big card coming up. That's about to change the card. They have this huge card coming up. I don't know who's on the card. That's one thing I don't know who's on the card. But from what people are saying, the spokesman of IBE, Rosenberg Roy, said the next card is going to be fire. So I'm expecting him man to be on the card. I don't even know when the card is, but I probably May if I'm thinking. Did IB have a big card already, except for the Hollow and Ill Will?
Other than Hollow and Ill Will, no.
So I think the next
And
big card is
I
gonna
think
be.
even that wasn't really handled like a big card.
Repeat that. You kind of your mic kind of cut off.
I don't think that one was actually handled like a big card.
All right, all right, all right. Now next, let's talk about the now. Yeah, already people. Yeah, this spot. The stream was this podcast was live. URL Kings versus Queens. Kings versus Queens for Caffeine. Ladies and gentlemen, we got some sad news for new fans. For anybody, I know y'all saw the stream, y'all saw the news, y'all saw the breaking news, y'all saw on URL's page. Kings vs. Queens 4 is gonna be on pay-per-view. The pay-per-view is $25. How do I feel about this? Surprisingly, I have no problem with it. To be honest, don't care. But I kind of felt this was coming. If I'm not, if I'm not gonna be, to be honest, I kind of felt like the pay-per-view was coming back. Uh, I hear people saying the backtracking. The listen, I don't think that's backtracking. To be honest, I really don't. For the last 2 years, 3 years, or 2 years, URL has been free on their biggest cards. No, Summer Madness. Uh, their biggest cards have been free streamed for free. So, if I'm not mistaken, I don't know if it's Caffeine who kind of implemented this, but I think it's Caffeine. And I think Caffeine kind of lost money too. That's why in 2023 we didn't see a bunch. Didn't see early in the beginning of 2023 a Caffeine event. We didn't see a volume. We didn't
They was
see
getting this together.
they were getting this together. And I think Caffeine probably lost a lot of money because I didn't expect the amount of people that Battle Red brings when they first signed this deal. If y'all want to ask me, this is like, I know we are kind of trying to put shade on URL, but I don't think it was a URL decision. I think it was a Caffeine's decision with URL kind of negotiating it to a reasonable price.
I think the way it happened, it was kind of planned. It was planned for them to come in here for a little bit, and then that last year they was gonna start paying stuff. Cause nothing else on Caffeine you can pay for
No,
like that.
no, now,
I think that was in the plan from the beginning.
now you see, I was gonna say that, right? I
And
was gonna
mind you,
say,
they gave up pay per views.
yeah,
They still got the tickets at the door and stuff. But
yeah,
I
no,
think it's just different.
no. So I was gonna comment before on Monday when I think we found out on Saturday, right? You texted me
Yeah, I think it
Sunday.
was Sunday.
So when we were supposed to do the stream, the recording of the podcast Monday, uh, I was gonna come and say, I was gonna come and put shade on URL. Honestly, hand to God, I was gonna say what they were doing, even though at the same time I was like, I don't care, but I was gonna talk to the for the fans who can't afford it, who don't have the 25 to pay, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna speak for them. Then I went on Caffeine. It's not only URL who does this now. URL is not the only one who has done this. I think your is now your caffeine is a new for things that caffeine has a contract with. Not listen, people. I'm not saying for other streams, not the regular stream people who stream on a regular basis, right? Regular people. I'm talking companies that have a deal with caffeine, right?
Mm-hmm.
For like with caffeine do throwing with caffeine has a deal with them like the Drew League, uh, this the freestyling uh company that does freestyle like it is like clownish. I don't know the other companies that have. There are streams that are kind of like their mainstreams of like events. They are getting us. You gotta pay, but I think your is the most you gotta pay
Interesting. I didn't know you had to pay for the other ones.
because I.
Interesting.
So for I can because I remember when I
So those
looked at it.
those dance events they have to pay for it?
From now, I think
The dance
I
battles?
I think recently
Crazy, crazy.
like the dance battles.
I'm
I
not
think
mad
from
at it. I just think it's weird that you drop it like that. I wish they would have gave a precursor or something. Um, yeah, I just think
yeah,
that's weird.
I understand what people are saying, but I'm just saying for me, I'm just telling people what I saw, right? Me, this is me. I'm just letting y'all know when I was looking stuff like looking on your on caffeine the other day. It was like what was it like the other day? Yeah, it was like yesterday. That that unlocks, right? They're like some the unlocks, and there were like three or four different events. Like, I don't know. I'll show you. Hold on, let me. Yeah. Okay. You see, like for example, this the Tommy the Clowns, the Fantastic Four tournament. I'll show you. I don't know if it is focused, but if you're not seeing the focus, let me dim the light. Yeah, see, uh, yes, if you can see this, you gotta pay. So this is gonna be the screen on Sunday. You can't pay it early. One thing, you can't buy the pay-per-view early. I can. That's one thing I want to let people know. I have tried. You can't buy the pay-per-view early. That's one probably thing I don't like is that you can't buy the pay-per-view early, right? So, so if you're asking me, technically, I want to unlock the event, but I can't unlock it. That's the problem.
No, I think caffeine and URL should understand, and URL should notice, but I don't think they really care because they've been dealing with y'all for so long.
Yeah,
They have to realize that these are majority people of color. So if something go wrong with that stream, hey, y'all are going to be ridiculed and shitted on all the time. And that's the first thing I thought. I said, bro, $25, and some of y'all
I
streams don't even be able to be watched. Nah,
nah, but
nah.
we gotta give caffeine credit though. If we got, let's be honest.
Or some of these dudes, and it just be underwhelming, like Aver versus KCJ, or
All
shit,
right,
any Aver battle over the last 3 years. Like, nah,
okay,
nah, it's not
yes.
giving. But
Everyone who
25
want,
isn't bad.
so for everyone who wants to unlock the event early, I figured it out. I just did it right now. I just unlocked Kings vs Queens for while we were on the podcast. So what y'all gotta wait? Y'all gotta wait until Sad thing about it, you gotta wait, right, until URL is doing another live stream. That's the sad thing about it. You gotta wait. So, if y'all don't see, I can show you. Mine is unlocked. So that means on Friday, I don't. On Sunday, I don't. Are you working Sunday?
I should be. Yeah.
I was gonna say you can come if you did unlock. So mine is unlocked. I unlocked my stream. So I'll be at 3 p.m. I'm gonna be watching. So I'm gonna let URL know. I pay my 25. Technically speaking, it's technically not 20. It's 25. I can let y'all know. It's $25. But how to unlock it? I'm gonna tell you how to unlock this. I'm gonna. You know how your caffeine is the gold things on
Mhm.
the app to like vote, like to comment if you want to put like images and stuff on the thing.
Yeah.
I don't know, but is it gold? Yeah, the
They're
gold.
like they're like pins or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, like the gold. You know how on you like for other live streams, like you buy stuff to put it on the live stream, like they call it gold. So to unlock any live stream that's under the unlocks, you gotta have the gold. For URL is 250. So equal is equal to uh 25, but it's like less than $25. I can tell you now because the gold to the two if you need 250 gold, if you pay $25 to buy the gold, you get 265 golds. So it's like less than 25. But it's gonna be like $23. But so yeah. Uh so it's not that bad. But I knew this would tell her I not the reason why I'm not with other fans who were feeling this type of way. People, we we have been through a lot. I think Euro kind of spoiled a lot of people. I can say this. Euro spoiled a lot of people during the pandemic and in 2021 and 2022. So it's been 3 years. It's been 3 years Euro has been doing the stream for free.
That is, yeah.
So
That's true. That's true.
so so it spoiled a lot of people because people were used they used URL to be free, and most fans came through that for free, right? Some fans don't know that we used to pay $50 to watch streams, and the stream started. If you were here when we talked about the Com 23, that's not even that Com 23 is like URL back in the day. The stream started late. They didn't met. The streams would sometimes didn't work. But caffeine. Now, since caffeine is making us pay, one thing I want to address caffeine. This is the first event that people have to pay. So there's criteria since now. The stream gotta not that yeah, the stream gotta be good. We don't want to happen that your first event, your first caffeine event. Remember you when you first started caffeine in 2020, in February 2020. I remember that stream vividly. The stream didn't work. The stream didn't work. So I'm just letting y'all know. You gotta figure out how to do it. Yeah. Uh if y'all want to know, I think that's it we have for this week. But before we end the stream, I want to say this. From I don't know if I didn't talk to this to Vinique, but I think I want to pick his brain. I want to make our podcast not strictly because for the last year since we started, we were strictly battle rap, but we kind of talked about other things that we are interested in, like basketball, football, music. I want to make the stream like that. Like when days where we don't have nothing to talk about, if y'all remember when we started the stream, there be like a few days, weeks that we have absolutely nothing to talk about.
Yeah, after once Surf got locked up, and actually a little bit before that too,
Yeah,
we
yeah,
we
we
really
had
ain't
like
had nothing to talk about.
yeah.
Battle rap
So
is boring without Surf. I seen
oh
that
yeah, I
comment and I completely agree. I'm not
I
gonna, not gonna lie.
one thing I want to say this: if I don't know, I don't know if somebody who from my job, well, we have so at my job we have this new lady, right? Who was like training. It was like a trial run, right? And she asked me what I like to do. I told her I watch better rap, and I kind of said, I she heard me because I said like 3 4 times before she asked, but who's surf? Because I was like, yo, bro, I miss surf so much. I said it out loud. I didn't know people were listening to me. It was like I was during break time. I was like, damn, I miss surf, man. Battle rap is boring without that man. I was like, surf made battle rap more interesting. He brought he made battle rap just something interesting every time. So I was like, man, y'all gotta
Midnight
let my nigga
Madness was
free.
one of the biggest things of that year, bro. Midnight Madness really brought hype into battle rap.
Yeah, it brought
People was
excite.
talking shit back and forth.
It brought back the
Unknowns was making their name. It was a whole thing. Like,
yeah, like what people don't know. Like Midnight Menace, man, Nanan have a crazy run in 2022. If y'all forgot,
yeah, None
Nanan
had
have
a great year. He did. He did.
because Midnight Menace. If y'all want to add other people on that list, Snake Eyes had a great. Well, Snake Eyes had an okay year because of Midnight
Yeah.
Menace.
Yeah, and then a lot of
Kind of
those no names and lesser names had great years. They went off,
yeah,
and it
like
was
True
good.
Four.
It was
Yeah,
competing. That's when Easy broke out. That's when Chess and Easy had that Summer Madness.
yeah, like
Or was that the
yeah,
year before? Something
that
like
was a
that.
year before, but it
It
was
was
kind of in the same realm. It was like near the same when easy. What y'all forgetting? Like people don't know. 2022. Even though we say 2022 was terrible, we have said this a lot in the street in the podcast recently. But one thing 2022, the beginning of 2022 brought to battle rap was pure excitement.
mm-hmm.
Y'all don't know what we felt that the first month of 2020, the first 3 months of 2022, we were purely excited. Midnight Menace, we they Midnight Menace brought something that people have never seen. Luke Castro won the champion. Luke Castro had one of his biggest, not biggest years, but he was on main stages because of Midnight Menace.
That's why he keep getting big plates and keep getting cooked. But
Yeah,
that's why he got big plates because it all started with that championship belt. It
yeah,
all started with that. Like that 2022, that beginning was peak battle rap. Now
right.
after that, it died because JC versus Surf and then all this other thing. But 2021 to the beginning of 2022, oh my, it was beautiful. It was
It was
beautiful.
beautiful. Y'all
It
forget it
was different.
because y'all want us to tell you if y'all want us to talk about this what 2021 and the beginning of 2022 was. Y'all forgetting this is something that y'all will never hear me and Vin. Do y'all think in your brains, in your mind, did y'all ever thought True 4 is gonna be Geechee? In your bro, what y'all think? True 4 big Geechee for his belt. No, well, Geechee, True 4 had his defended his belt against Geechee and Big Geechee. That's something y'all never hear us talk about. Like,
That was big too. That's another thing. That was the decline of Geechee and Nitty. I mean, even though Nitty still won Champion of the Year and Geechee, but that was the decline because they was taking over for so long that it was weird because then they went up there. He went up there and lost. Nitty, I think, went up there and lost to Swamp, and then it was a decline, and we stopped seeing them. We stopped seeing them. They relaxed. Like we finally got what we wanted. Like they finally relaxed, and we finally got to see other people. Now at
yeah,
that point, that's where everybody start dropping the ball because then they act like Nitty and Geechee ain't here, then they don't need to rap, and I don't know what happened. But like the people gave y'all a screen, and none of y'all broke to the and cut to the basket. All y'all fucked
Yeah,
up.
yeah,
Everybody fucked up, and then Surf got locked up. It was disgusting. But that beginning, Geechee lost, Nitty lost, Swamp versus JC. JC's gonna call out Surf. That went terrible. But JC goes to call out Surf. That like, bro. Once we hit like, um,
you know what
what was that?
happened?
Summer Madness. After that, it died out. It died out. Once we
Yeah,
hit Summer Madness, though, it was lit. It was great.
and I want you know what I just came with the idea. Next podcast, we just gonna talk about what 2021 and the beginning of 2022 brought, and why, and why we felt well. We have said a lot about 2022, why we felt it was trash, but we never said our the reasoning of why Better Red fell off in 2022.
No, we had reasons. Oh, Troy,
Yeah,
I had a couple.
no, I'm not. I'm saying I'm not saying, but we talking about in general, not our reasons of why, but analyzing like in general. I'm just talking in general. Period. Now the reason why I said this on the podcast is we're gonna start talking about other stuff. Like for example, right now the NFC offseason, the free agents is happening, and the Eagles are doing moves that I don't agree with. But we're gonna talk about it when we have the NBA players about to start. March Madness is starting. So, right now, when you're watching this, March Madness already started. So if we did this podcast recorded on Monday, but I could not record on Monday. I was working out, and I worked out today too. But cool. I had like stuff to do on Monday. That's why we
Okay.
didn't record on Monday.
Okay, in the
But
gym. Okay.
no, bro, I have the resistance. I'm at the house, bro. I'm about to go to the gym. I don't like it.
Either way,
I'm
you still getting working.
Yeah, I'm still getting working, but I'm definitely gonna go start going to the gym soon. I think next month though. But the first like that, I'm gonna start in the house, then gradually start going to the gym. Uh, but now, so we're gonna start talking about other stuff like sports, whatever we feel like what's happening, because I want to evolve. It's not just strictly battle rap. I want the podcast because I remember when we started, we said we were gonna be strictly battle rap, but a year later, bro, battle rap. So I feel like this is me personally because looking at our numbers from when we started and now, I think people talking about battle rap a year straight it gets frustrating. Sometimes I don't want to do the podcast because I don't want to talk battle rap every single year.
Nah,
Every
it's
single
terrible,
month.
bro. It's terrible.
So
It's not terrible, but when you have good weeks, it's really good, and then when you have bad weeks,
that's
it's like,
like
bruh.
bro.
And I think that's where we should shift a little bit and start talking about other things, and that's where it's not gonna
Yeah.
feel like we're trying to
Your mic is
just do
you need a
something.
new mic, bro.
Yeah, my mic is terrible. My mic is terrible.
Yeah. So
Terrible.
without further ado, I think that's what we have for you this week, if I'm not mistaken. Uh, I don't know if next next week we're gonna cover the 2021, 2022, and some sports news and the recap for Kids vs Queens. Probably coming that too. But yeah, with that being said, y'all know what to do. Drop and also beginning. I want to say the beginning of April or mid-April, we're gonna finally drop the audio version of the podcast. So, uh, we're gonna be on. I don't want to say all streaming platforms, but I'm not sure yet. I need to still figure out how to do that. So by the I'll maybe give me a week or two and I'll let y'all know how like how to figure out how to put the audios on streaming platforms. But yeah, so we are just letting y'all know. Just get ready. The podcast might be going audio too soon. I'm trying to get us signed, bro. I want to have like we want to get signed to like Barstool. We want to get signed to other stuff, bro. I want Costa Rica to sign us. To be honest, Costa Rica, y'all gotta come and sign us, bro.
People come through
I
with the
go.
bread. Oh man, I would love for people to come through with the bread.
Yeah, bro. Come through with the bread, man. Just give us the. We consistent, bro. We have 61 videos straight. 60 weeks, bro. That's crazy. We've been doing the podcast for 61 weeks straight. That's crazy.
We
And
did that. That's
and nobody,
consistency, bro.
and y'all want us to talk. We're gonna talk about when we're gonna talk about most about the news, the sports news, music wise. What y'all feel, and I'm still trying. Later, and I want to make sure that we talk to. We might have Josh up here and hear him what he got coming out next soon. But yeah, everybody, subscribe if you're new. Drop a like, leave a comment, and that's it. See you guys in the next video. Peace.